collections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Melody Souvenirs, the sweetest quarter hour on the air. Featuring in the musical spotlight, Don Gordon and his piano, the Imperial Quartet, and sparkling two-piano harmonies. When New York's Cotton Club was in its heyday, it featured a show called Rhythmania, and it featured the song the Imperial Quartet now sings, Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea.
I don't want you, but I'd hate to lose you.
You've got me in between
The devil and the deep blue sea. I forgive you, 'cause I can't forget you.
You've got me in between
The devil and the deep blue sea. I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at the door, fate seems to give my heart a twist.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and I'm back with another kitchen counter thrift haul. Now, some of these things you've already seen, so I'll go very quickly over those. But almost everything here is listed in the Old Curiosity Shop. That's my eBay store, and the link to that is in the description box just below this video. Alright, let's talk about what's what. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw me thrift two pieces of depression glass, this Princess Cream and Sugar. I'm sorry, this Princess Sugar Bowl with lid, and that's going to date to the early 30s. Okay, that's depression glass, and yes, it does glow under a black light. And then this would be considered elegant depression glass, probably Cambridge, Fostoria, someone like that. It's etched, it's encrusted with gold, it's got 3 little feet, it's a pretty amber color. And what's wonderful is the serving ladle is with it. There's loss to the gold, but it's quite alright. This again is going to date to the 1930s. And these could be used to serve all kinds of different sauces. Usually just, people will say mayonnaise. And remember, mayonnaise in those days was a salad dressing. Today we think of just taking a knife and sticking it down in a jar and smearing mayonnaise all over bread. But mayonnaise was used in earlier days often on top of lettuce and as salad dressings. And of course you could serve other things in there as well. Relish and stuff. Now, this is not listed yet. I'm going to hold on to that until I do my big green sale. And I gave you a peek a few weeks ago. And I told you that wasn't all. And I wasn't kidding. Talk about uranium glass, I've got a lot of it. And let's not forget the opaques. Alright, enough of that tease. The Czechoslovakian placeholders are in the Old Curiosity Shop, place card holders. The Czechs were famous for their glass beadwork. And these are going to date somewhere between 1918 and 1938. They do say made in Czechoslovakia on the bottom, which is difficult to see. And these are all little glass beads here for your place cards. Put them in between those loops there of metal, and everybody knows where to sit. Charming. Now, made by Anchor Hocking, back here is Vitrock. That's a thick, kind of milky, opaque glass. These are the vases you see a lot with the fired-on color. This one is pink. And there's a bowl underneath it. Now, they don't go together, but they're both Vitrock, and they're both the same. They're both the same color. I don't know if that was intended as a console bowl, excuse me, or a serving bowl. I don't know what Anchor Hocking intended that for. Again, it looks like one of those bowls you put flamingos in. But I have both of these listed together in one auction. I think it would be a charming centerpiece in the springtime, and spring is coming, although it's snowing in Philly again today. That is up for sale currently. This I'm going to hold on to and probably keep. It's a little Acro Agate flower pot made of glass. And these sometimes had wire holders that could hold 3 or 4 of these and could be hung on the kitchen wall in the Depression era, and little plants could be put in there. Made in Austria. Here is what I guess would be a little soap dish. It does say Austria on the back. That's listed. We've got a dog and pups. That is not listed yet. I just got that. It's redware. It's made in Japan and very glossy. I think Mama Pup has Japan written on the bottom of her. L.E. Smith made these in the 30s. I've already shown you that. That's listed. Here is a satin glass vase which does glow under black light. It's going to date to the 30s as well. In green. A little bit of calcium inside, you can see there. But that's a pretty one. I really like that. Now that's not listed yet. I'm going to hold on to that until I do my green sale. The Piggy Pig is listed. He's made in Japan. No cracks or chips, no breaks on him or her. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, never mind. I do know how to tell the difference between him and her when it comes to animals and humans. Let me just stop right there. I'm going to stop right there.
Oh dear.
Noritake made this. It's a beautiful luster bowl with what in the 20s they would normally call a bird of paradise. A popular motif. Oh, these birds were painted on lampshades. You could get bookends. Obviously china. Oh, good heavens. Light fixtures would have these birds. It was popular then. And then there's the Morimori Brothers mark there on the back, the M inside of the wreath. We've all seen that before. Typical colors, that orange, peachy color. And that metallic-y blue color on the inside. You see that so often with lusterware. This is a nice one, and it's big. It's listed. You saw this before. It is listed. It only has a few more days left, and it's a beautiful vase with the Art Deco foil sticker still on it, telling us it is Red Wing pottery, and it's clearly marked on the bottom as well. Pink on the inside, blue on the out. I listed that a few days ago. The horsehead bookends are probably Federal. Now be careful when you Google. Again, lots of companies made horsehead bookends, and if you just look at the first picture, you might get it wrong. I believe that this set is the Federal set. I'm not positive about that, but it doesn't really make a huge difference. They're not Heisey. Anyway, they're in really good condition. There are no chips on these, I don't think. They're nice and clean with no cracks. And so they're hollow on the inside, as you can see. One of these might have a little chip on the base corner, but if it does, I will say so in the auction listing. No, I don't see any. Okay. So, sort of a mid-century Art Deco style, probably from the 40s again, and I think that's the Federal glass horsehead Trojan horse bookends. They were very popular at that time as well. The Great Spirit here, we talked about that before. That's just been listed. I'm not going to run my mouth about it again, but you can always go back and look at the old videos. When did I show you this? About a week ago. And I know it's hard to see with the reflection of the light. But you don't find them in that condition. That's going to date to the 1920s. So we're now talking about an antique, right? Not vintage, because we're 100 years old. Franciscan, apple. I'm sorry, Desert Rose, salt and pepper shakers. Sadly, oh, there's one of the corks. Okay, well, it's just fallen back in there. You're going to have to pick the corks out of there because they fell inside. This is the 6-inch tall salt and pepper shaker. These are in good condition. Somebody was asking me about those. Alright, that was fast. I went through everything except this oil lamp, I think. Let me double check. Did I go through everything? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Everything bought at antique shops and thrift shops. I'm sorry, not antique shops. Thrift shops mostly, secondhand stores, bric-a-brac places, that kind of thing. In the eastern Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, New Jersey area. A wonderful oil lamp here, which is going to date to just before the turn of the century, right here. This one is now fully functional. Most likely this was made by, you'll hear this referred to as Pittsburgh Glass. I'm feeling that it is Consolidated Glass Company. And they came together in the late 1800s. I think a couple of companies merged together, and Consolidated were great makers of lamps, lighting for glass, and by 1912, 1910 or so, I think Consolidated was the largest manufacturer in the United States for lighting, glass for lighting and that kinds of things, glass globes and whatnot. The chimney is an old one, but I have, I'm not good with this. I don't know how old the chimney is. It's somewhat of an unusual shape, so it's an older one. The burner is old, and then the glass, of course, is beautiful. Phoenix glass looks a lot like this as well. But I'm almost certain that this is Consolidated Glass Company. So it's a beautiful base, and there's the lamp itself. Okay. Now, shall we light it? Well, I don't have any oil, so let's go get some. Well, it's the next day. I can't believe it's doing this again. Well, we're gonna have parking lot snow until the 4th of July. Anyway, back to the post office again. Look, Patty, there are your bags in action. And don't worry, I put tape over my stickers that ink will not run. Okay, do I look like Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers? Wasn't my intent. Anyway, let's go to the Ace Hardware store, which is right around the corner. And normally I would walk, but there's also a little post office right there, and I think I'm going to be able to take these packages. And then we're going to find some lamp oil and get that beautiful old lamp ready to go. Oh. Okay, here's my little neighborhood hardware store. The snow has turned into sleet. So let's go on in here and see if I can find some lamp oil. If I don't fall down in the middle of Fairmount Avenue. Okay, so this is, I don't need a wick, but I'm gonna buy this wick just in case. And we can get red, clear, or blue. I think blue would look nice in that oil lamp. So, $8.49. All right, I've got a wick. I've got the lamp oil. So I think we're all set. I love stores like this. Look at the old tin ceiling. This is the kind of hardware store my father and I would go to on a Saturday. And he would teach me everything. Everything. Every different nut and bolt and type of paint and... Oh, he knew all of that stuff. See this aisle here with all the... This is how I would learn the different woods. There'd be right here all the different pieces of wood with the stains on it. I could just stay in here for hours. Okay, but I can't afford to do that. Not today. All right, how do we get out of here? I think it's this way. Oops. There's the front door. Okay. Well, okay, everyone, that's it. I thank you for joining me today. I have so much fun finding all these wonderful old things, studying them, researching them, collecting them, and selling them. And I know you do too. Hey, thanks again, Patty. And I'm sorry, I called your husband Mike instead of Mark. My biggest apologies for that, Mark. I hope you will accept my apology. And Patty, if we can twist her arm, is going to make a video on how to make those canvas bags. So everyone who would like to see Patty make a video of her making those canvas bags, let me know. Pressure, pressure, Patty. This could be a whole new cottage industry for you. Okay. All right, that's it. So long, everybody. I'm Scott. Thanks for watching. So long for now.